science, this shit ain't rocket science. Rocket science, this shit ain't rocket science. It's not what you're doing, but it's how you do. It's how you do. Can't help with nobody, not hungry as you. Nobody was ready to feed your mind. These days will feel yourself, nigga, take your time. Promise you'll be fine. Promise you should try. This shit ain't rocket science. Rocket science, this shit ain't rocket science. Rocket science, this shit ain't rocket science. All of my pain and all of my thoughts, all of my dreams and all of my walks, all my experiences, all my accomplishments, all of my grievances, all of my faults, all my decisions and all of my griefs, all my decisions and how it makes sense, all of my wrongs, nigga, all of my rights, all of the steps that I took on that flight, all of my days, nigga, all of my nights, none of my mama need all of my life, trying to think back and I don't have no rights, who's again and I wouldn't do it twice, but it's the shit that straight motor me out if I didn't have that shit and I would have no stress, but it's the shit that straight motor me out if I didn't have that shit and I would have no life, taking my time, nigga, cause I get nice, taking my time, nigga, it's sacrifice, watching my back with these brothers I know, they give me my niggas, they coming tonight, down we go, down we go, everybody won't win, but don't mind you, bro, come on, it's not what you doing, baby, it's how you do, can't help with nobody, not hungry as you, nobody was ready to feed your mind, say trust in yourself, nigga, take your time, you'll be fine, try, this shit ain't rocket science, rocket science, this shit ain't rocket science, rocket science, this shit ain't rocket science. Let go get it right now before I miss it. Look back at my life, see what I was missing. If you can't see it, then how can you get it? So first you must see it, my niggas, just listen.
Hey, I had to get hype real quick. I had to get hype because I'm like, this topic right here, whoo, I got so much to say about this. And it's just been experiences that I've been dealing with beings that aren't real, okay? Beings that aren't real. Hey, what's up, Sil? Peace, 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 peace. I just been dealing with, like, I don't know, like, people that want to be my friend, but only to, like, get close to my energy and then pull some, like, fugazi type stuff. And I'll be like, wait, what? Where is this coming from? Why? And I don't be getting it. What's up, Kelly? Kelly in the house? Yes, I love to see where y'all from so I know, like, who tuning in where. Because, you know, here it's 5:33. And I know some places like 8:33. Some places is 7. Some places is 6. Y'all might be overseas. It might be 3 o'clock in the morning. I don't know. But I just be wanting to know where y'all from. Hey, Tracy, peace. Y'all, we finna get into it. Like, Milwaukee, what's up? Woo woo. What time is it in Milwaukee? What time y'all go off of? South Carolina. What up, South Carolina? East Coast in the house. So I know it's like 8:33 there. 7:34. Okay, see, I'm telling y'all. So it's 5:33 here. 7:34 in Milwaukee. I know South Carolina is East Coast time, so it's 8:34. Cali, we on the same time. You know what I'm saying? It's dope how we all like in time, different time zones, but we all know we on the same type of time. Period. Anyway, y'all. This is really personal. This topic is personal for me. Energy vampires, and that's only because, man, I've just been experiencing it quite frequently, but I don't know. I don't even know how to I don't know, like, where to begin. Okay, so energy vampires and me understanding what energy vampire. Okay, in case y'all don't know what energy vampires is, let's start there. Okay, so literally it's beings, people, and the reason I say beings is because it's all types of beings out there, right? That people think are people, but ain't people. They just housed in a vessel, if that makes sense. But they are different type of spirits, right? Some are benevolent spirits, some are, kindred spirits. Some, you know what I mean? Like there's different spirits. Some are just straight evil and vindictive spirits. So, it's just all types of spirits that house these vessels, so you just never know what type of being you're going to get, is why I say being. Okay, that's first off. Secondly, energy vampires. Energy vampires are anybody that literally just want to take up your energy, okay? But they don't have anything else to reciprocate back. They don't put fire behind you when you putting fire behind them, as far as being motivated or nothing like that. Like, they claim that they your friend, but they only use you or be around you when they need you. But if they don't need you, then you don't hear from them. But say you may need to vent or talk to them, they ain't nowhere to be found, and then they come back around when they going through stuff. Yes, girl, wine, please. If y'all need some wine, y'all need some smoke, please go get this, because I'm telling you, it's that type of time today. Woo, because I don't know, it's just that type of time. Energy vampires, or say you in a relationship, and the man only come around when he need some money or some sex, or he needs some tender loving care or something like that, but you may need some of that, and you hit him up, he ain't nowhere to be found, he busy all the time. You know what I'm saying? Energy vampires can even come at work, where they constantly depending on you to do something, because they see your energy as far as you being loyal and being the most dependable. But they're not taking in consideration, okay, we always using this person, maybe we need to start putting some more people up front to do the work. You know what I mean? That's energy vampire stuff. Anytime that you just feel drained from a situation, it could be a job situation, a relationship situation, a family ship, a kinship, it don't matter, okay, what the relationship is or who these beings are supposed to be to you. It don't matter. If you're constantly feeling drained when you are around these people, then that means that they're not feeding you or giving you any type of energy that you need in order for you to still be able to energize them back, because it's supposed to be an energy exchange, right? And we all want to vibe on high frequency energy. And how you get to that place is, first off, self-love is how you're there, being confident in who you are and where you are in life, taking the time to meditate and take time for yourself, self-care. That's how you're really in that place where you get that good energy, you're on that high frequency, things like that. You're making sure you eat healthy, make sure you get your exercise in, you know what I'm saying, doing all the stuff that you need to do in order for you to be in a good place mentally, spiritually, and physically. But then you get around company and people say your best friend, because it could be your best friend, and you always going around her, you got good news and stuff, or you being very positive, girl, listen, I just got this good job, I'm so happy about it, or girl, look, I just bought a new car, or whatever, you're really excited about it, and then they just sitting there that's what's up. But you can feel the energy they're not really happy for you, they saying what they know sound right for them to pretend to be happy. But it comes a time when they get some good stuff going on, or they have some positive news, you're yeah, you celebrate harder than them. But you didn't feel good when you was in a good place and you had all these things happening in your life, and when they walked away, you thought they were going to be just excited about your news as you are about theirs. Those people are energy vampires, and they don't care nothing about nobody else's energy or nobody else's good news or anything like that. Their whole intent and their whole objective is to come around you to get all that good, positive, celebratory, loving, nurturing energy that you give off, because that's just who you are, right? But there are times when even us, as positive, celebratory people we are, loving people, nurturing people, there are times when sometimes we just want somebody to be you know what? I I'll be your listening ear. Let me listen to what you got going on. Are you okay? Is everything all right with you? Is there something I can do for you, friend? Like, a lot of times, some of us don't have it, right? So let me give y'all an example. Let me give y'all an example of what happened to me recently. And if you all want to, if you want to be in this conversation, if it's a testimony you can give towards what I'm talking about, the link is above. Please click it and hop on, because I welcome anybody that can join this topic and give us an example of what you've been through too, because it's a lot of people out here that listen and they really, need guidance and help, and they know that somebody else has been there in their shoes. So I ain't gonna drop no names because I'm not messy like that or nothing, but there's a particular person that I was really, really cool with, and I felt I was really cool with, and they had been we had been like pretty much helping each other out with topics and stuff like that, because we both do the same thing as far as content creating and stuff like that. So we were helping each other out about topics and staying up on different stuff and all of that. And this particular person got into some hard times, or really kind of have been having hard times for a long time. Me myself, I'm not in the place that they're in. I'm in a more stable place, if that makes sense. So I can empathize with them because I've been in that place before. So the way that I take in things that aren't happening the way I need them to happen, I'm a go-getter first off. So I'm like, what do I need to do to put in place a schedule in order for this to, work out for me? That's my first thought process, but a lot of people don't think that way. Well, I was being a positive person, like just giving different outlooks and, ways that they can do some things. You know what I mean? Like how they can get themselves out that situation and stuff. And every time that person needed me, they were like calling me, messaging me, sis, this is happening, that's happening. You know what I mean? Like, and I let them vent. Because I get it. I do things in a different manner in order to not stay in a sunken place or stay in a low vibrational place. So I was really like trying to be the motivator and bring, their spirits up and things like that, because I don't like to see anybody suffering or anybody going through anything they're going through. Like, to the point, I was on the phone with this individual for a couple hours to let them vent when my husband's sitting there waiting for me to spend time with him, or I have my family here, I could be spending time with them type stuff. But it was so important for me to be there for this person. So this person was doing their little thing or whatever and been really, really busy on their social media and all this other stuff. So it was one day they wanted me to reach out to them. And I said that I would, but I completely forgot my family was coming to town. So it slipped my mind. I thought about it and I hit them up immediately when it came back to my mind. I'm like, sorry sis, my family came in town. I forgot they were coming in town. I'll message you a little later and see if you're up or if it's okay for us to talk, and we can talk about what we said we was going to talk about. Do you know that this person was mad because the one time I couldn't be their listening ear or their pillow or their shoulder to cry on, which that's what it always seemed like it was, then the one time I couldn't be there for them, that they got mad and decided that they just was going to stop talking to me, stop communicating with me, like ignoring my messages, all types of stuff. And I thought it was weird. I'm like, this is so weird. So I'm like, maybe I'm tripping, maybe I'm overthinking because I'm a Virgo. I'm like, maybe I'm overthinking. So I hit them up again. Then I hit them on their phone, message them. I know they saw it on the phone. And literally look up, I'm unfollowed, I'm I'm like, wow. Like, it tripped me out so bad because I'm not upset about it. I'm just like, I can't believe people do these type of things. Like, I literally been your friend, and the one time that I was too busy to be there for you, or you know what I mean, like had stuff I had to handle with my family to be there for you, you immediately call yourself cutting me off or whatever. Like, I just really didn't get it. And that ain't the only person that's done that to me, like, recently. Like, I have my own family member was going through stuff with they people, they significant other, calling the phone, needing me all times of the day, all times of the night. I'm there, I'm giving good advice. Even though it's becoming draining for me, it's like I love this person, so I want to be there for them. And I'm literally die hard there, got they back, no matter what's going on. All of a sudden, they stop communicating and calling. I hit them up like, you good? Oh, I'm just working on some things right now. That's it. Like, you've been blowing me up for months now. In like a frenzy. Because of your situation, and I'm being there for you, and this how you do stuff. So see, that's two examples of people that are energy vampires. One, they are people that thrive off of negative energy, and they are people that don't never see the glass half full. Like, it's always empty. You know what I mean? If it's not going their way, it's empty. If it's not, going in the way they think it should, it's empty. So every single conversation is already draining because they never are looking at things on a positive aspect. And it doesn't matter how much you try to pour positive energy into them, how much you pouring positive words into them, how much you being a listening ear, it don't matter. Like, these type of people, they don't see any type of positivity for themselves. They are literally in a sunken place. That's that like 3D, third dimensional, vibing, like that low frequency vibing, right? And a lot of people are actually still in that low frequency. They still in 3D. So it's like, I just had to come out here and be like, I know other people are dealing with this type of stuff, especially people that are high energy, high frequency, very spiritual, just a light to people's life, you know what I mean, and a comfort to people. I know y'all dealing with a lot of people just tugging on you, tugging on your energy, tugging on your light, tugging on everything they can, because you are the person that's gonna lend it. But when is enough enough? When is enough enough? I'm gonna highlight still conversation. People are generally selfish. I don't know if that's right or wrong, but that's what I've noticed. but at the same, okay, so yeah, selfish. That's the way that you could put it, because definitely that's being selfish, right? You just worried about getting what you got to get off your chest. You just worried about what you got to say about the situation. You literally aren't taking the advice of being positive and looking at the glass half full, yet you keep coming to me with the same sob stuff or other sob stories, and you're not utilizing the tools I'm giving you. So yeah, in that aspect, yeah, you are being selfish because you really don't want the help. You just want to be able to, like, what do they say? Misery love company. You that type of person. You just want somebody being sorrow and misery with you and talking stuff about the next person with you, and ain't nobody on that type of time. You know what I mean? Like, you can only do that for so long. I mean, I don't know how people do it, to be honest. Tracy said, what gets me is the obsession that these types of people have want to be around you all the time to drain you. That's what I'm saying. That is exactly, like, I used to try to give hints like, all right, well, I'll talk to you later because, my husband just came home, blah, 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 blah. And they would still, like, be like, okay. But then, girl, da-da-da-da-da, is that even right? And da-da-da-da-da, and blah, 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 blah. And you just like, okay, I'm drained right now. Like, you literally have to get off the conversation with them or the phone with them just because you're drained from hearing the draining ass shit. But being a friend or being a confidant, or it's somebody you love, you're trying to be there for them. But they don't get how it's just tugging at your energy because you keep, and you know what? It is selfish. Now that you say that, Sylv, it is selfish. Because if you think about it, you pouring all this positive energy, you giving them all your light, all your love, all your energy, all your peace. take it and don't even utilize it. So they literally just stealing it and throwing off to the side. Energy vampires. Like I said, sucking you dry. And for what reason? Not because you want what they have, necessarily want the positive energy, because you're not even utilizing it for yourself. It's all because you don't want, to me, now that I'm thinking about it, it's all because you see me in a high frequency place and you don't want to see that from me, so you want me to be in the same position you in. Instead of you leaning on me and pulling up with the help I'm giving you, you rather bring me down with you to be in that sunken place. You want to see me dried out from my energy. You want to see me low vibrational. You want me to kiki with you about the next woman or the next person. You know what I'm saying? So now that you say that, Sil, you sure right. It is. It's selfishness. They want you to be in that low vibration, that low frequency with their ass. For their own personal gain. You're right. They sowed bad seeds and now they are parasitic. Exactly. And another one. Say you just see yourself doing better and more in life. Like you see yourself having more, being bigger, elevating, going to bigger places. And then you with somebody that, or around people that, and this happens to a lot of us. A lot of us got a lot of friends, a lot of family, a lot of spouses, everything, that just are so complacent and see themselves in one place to the point you can't even put that energy into those people either, because they just gone, who they think they are. I'm cool where I'm at. But want to be around you all the time. It's like, this ain't your energy. This a real nigga party, you cannot get in. Type shit. Like, it's crazy, y'all. It's crazy. Tracy said, jealous people who have no character development fit in the obsession category. They're the worst. Okay. And these type of people are obsessed as well. They obsessed with you. Because these are the same type of people don't want you to take your attention away from them either. If they hear, oh, okay, I'm gonna go get my attention to somebody else, or go talk to this other friend, or I'm sorry, such and such called me, let me hit them up real quick. These are the same type of energy vampires that be mad because you about to go and give energy to somebody else, and this somebody else giving and pouring energy back into you. Y'all have a good enlightened high vibrational conversation. But you want me to stay with you and hanging with you and on the phone with you and fucking with you, and you low vibrational frequency all low, ain't pouring nothing into me. None of that. We ain't got no energy, high energy exchange going, no high frequency energy being exchanged at all. But you want me to be content where you at. You want me to be talking and gossiping with you. You want me to be miserable with my life and my job because you miserable with your life and your job. You want me to be miserable with my relationship because you miserable with your relationship. Make that make sense. But you so-called calling for advice and needing a shoulder to cry on, and you need somebody to give you some. They don't be wanting no damn advice. They don't want nothing but to take your energy so you in the same sunken place that they in. And once you in that same sunken place they in, guess what? That's when they gonna find themselves being on some type of frequency that's gonna make them feel better. Or they think it's making them feel better. Because then they gonna be looking at you and laughing at you like, ha ha ha, I thought they were so high vibrational. I thought everything was going good with them. And then they ain't gonna be nowhere to be found when you in the place that you in. Nowhere. But sitting off to the side talking stuff about you with the next person, or telling the next person, girl, look at her, she doing bad. She don't like her job. But you ain't said nothing about what they had going on. You kept whatever y'all situation was with you. But these are the same type of people who do that to you. It's sick out here. It's a sick world. And it ain't no sick world. It's sick people that inhabit this world. have to word how I said that. It's sick people that inhabit this world, and unfortunately, it's on a uneven scale to the point maybe 15% actually are like us, that actually just want to be out here and like giving good energy and positive energy and really helping humanity or life on this planet. And then there's the other 85 that just don't give a damn, just want to dog out everybody, hopeless in life, and want to drag your ass with them. It's crazy. Tracy said, my sister's friend was like this, had nothing going for herself. She hated my sister, but chose to stick around anyway. Come to find out, my sister's friend was practicing witchcraft on my sister. Yup, that's crazy. I wouldn't even listen. I was told one of my family members actually was recently trying to practice witchcraft on me. And I felt my energy being drained too. And I felt myself having to fight against a very low frequency that was happening. And I'm like, what the heck is going on? I couldn't figure it out. And Spirit whispered to me and told me that it was this specific cousin. And then I had a reading that hit it right on the knob what had happened. I was like, whoa. And the whole fact of the matter is, this particular family member is mad because I moved out of state. Now keep in mind, all of my cousins and stuff like that and family could have been moved out of state. Some of them, and we're all around the same age. Some of them wanted to move out of state. We're all around the same age. I've been moving out of state. I lived in New York for 2 years. I lived in Atlanta for like 6 months. I lived in Arizona. I grew up pretty much in Arizona. After I moved from my hometown in Illinois, I lived in St. Louis. I lived, and I used to go back and forth and visit California. Like, I'm just a traveler, right? So this particular cousin, every time I would go on vacations and stuff, she'd just like, oh, you going on vacation? I don't want to go. I used to invite her. So I'd be on my way out. She hit me up. You still going to such and such? Yeah. Can I come stay with you if I get my ticket? Yeah, come on. To the point it became not just 1 time, 2 times, but 3 times. And I'm like, this is crazy, because you could have actually, put some money towards this hotel room. You really could have. But you trying to find a cheap way out, but you knew you wanted to go, but you ain't want to go when you had to put half down. You know what I'm saying? It's just crazy. So this is the same person that has literally been trying to bring me down because they know I'm out of town and like just living my life and been doing what I wanted to do. You know what I mean? Like moving how I wanted to move. And you supposed to be family. You supposed to be damn, for real, she's supposed to be my best friend / cousin. And this how you moving? Man, I'm telling you, like this kind of stuff will make you be so seclusive to yourself to the point you don't want nobody in your life. Nobody. Like you don't trust nobody. Seriously. And you don't want to be like that. But when you are divinely and you're highly ranked in a spiritual realm, so therefore your light is so bright, you notice that a lot of people be ready to attack you. And a lot of times when these entities enter these vessels, they enter the vessels of beings that you close to, like family, friends, you know what I'm saying, best friends, spouses, boyfriends, girlfriends. Like this is how they come, because they know that you have a certain love and your heart is open to these people, so it's easier for them to kind of try to attack you through those people. So this is why you have to stay protected all the time. Stay doing protection, rituals over yourself and your family, because they even come and attack like your children, grandchildren, all of that. They They try to come in however they can. It's wild. I'm gonna try to pull up this older lady too, this video I had shared, and I'm gonna pull it up so y'all can hear her when she's talking about voodoo and how you can tell when people are putting voodoo on you. I'm gonna pull that up in a minute. My sister's friend tried to use witchcraft on me, even though, hold on, I'm gonna pull it up. She said my sister's friend tried to use witchcraft on me too, even though we don't talk, which is crazy, but a psychic told me that my energy was protected and it did not affect me like it did my sister. Yep, and that's what happens. When you're divinely protected and you do all the things in order to protect your aura, your spirit, your soul, just your realm around you. And I'll give you all a way that you can protect yourselves too, which is very easy too. But when you're constantly doing those things, or you have placed in and put intentions on your life of protection, they can't affect you how they're trying to affect you. Like, say they did a ritual to where you like die or something like that. You may just have a headache, or you might just feel like real sleepy for a couple days or something like that. That's how it's going to penetrate you, or not even penetrate you. Okay, so this is my example. I used this before. Y'all know Superman and Kryptonite. Kryptonite like made him weak or whatever, but it still never was able to overpower him like that. Like, that's the type of beings you are. You are very powerful. So you can pretty much reject, or like have like a boomerang effect, or like what they would call it, like Teflon. Like, you're built like Teflon. Like, things could like pinch you, or you know what I'm saying, maybe drag you a little bit or whatever, but it's never going to do what they intended for it to do to you. A lot of the time people speak witchcraft spells on themselves. They don't even realize what's happening. Always sad and depressed. They are creating their reality. Yep, and they do that by those spelling words. Words are spells, and I tell people that all the time. And until you start learning how to change your vocabulary and change your way of speaking, a lot of times you're going to find yourself constantly running into the same stuff. People still using can't. You should never even use can't. Won't. Wish. If only I had. You know, little stuff like that. When you saying things like that, hopefully one day, prayerfully, hopefully I'll be here one day. That means that it's a possibility you ain't. You should, if your words are powerful, you should just speak that shit as if it already is. Because it might not happen right then and there when you probably wanted to just appear, but it's going to happen for you. But as long as you sit up here, and this is one thing that gets me in church when they say, if it's God's will, ye are gods. You got the energy to change whatever you willfully have. You got the energy to speak those things upon yourself. You don't gotta wait on some higher power than thou to cast whatever you want over yourself. Cause my mom probably watching. I don't know, but I tell her all the time, baby, I don't gotta know. It ain't no if God's willing. I'm telling you that this is gonna happen for me. Period. Because even if I have to get off my behind, go catch a bus, go walk here, go do this, sell this, do that, to make sure that I'm doing the things within my power to make this happen, and then everything else that needs to be manifested to create the rest of it, or make the rest of it come through, because it's outside of my power, you know what I'm saying, or without my physical power, meaning as far as like physically being able to do it, then okay. But other than that, no, it ain't no prayerfully, hopefully, none of that. I don't speak none of that stuff on myself ever. I live in Louisiana, and witchcraft and voodoo is heavy here. Very bad energy lives here. I'm a Christian. I worship Yahshua, and a faith protected me from pagan spirits that people worship. You know what? Let me tell you something. I don't trust a lot of them people in Louisiana. And I ain't trying to be funny. I'm not trying to be funny. I love the accent. I love like all of that. Like, I love the accents. I love And I went to Louisiana. I had a great time. I went to Mardi Gras out there some years ago. This is before I was really, really tapped in spiritually, though. But I went out there for Mardi Gras, and I was a Christian at the time, so I still was spiritual in a sense. But I didn't know my power at that time, right? So I wasn't tapped into my ability, my powers that I have now. But so fast forward, I ran across some people that's from Louisiana, okay? And specifically, there's a woman that I really didn't mesh with. Like, it was a situation happen. I'm not gonna get into the situation, but it was a situation happen. And at first, this person was cool with me. Then all of a sudden, wasn't cool. Just like wasn't cool. And the situation had nothing to do with them in specific, but they took on that energy because I really feel like they really didn't like me. Like, the whole Kiki Kaka was fake to begin with. And it was a lot. And I've already been told it was already some jealousy there. So when they flipped like that, switched like that, I said, okay, I knew it felt a little off. The whole Kiki Kaka, I knew it felt a little off, so I had already kind of kept my guard up, but I was you know how you be like, you don't want no problem, so you be like, let's try to keep this positive. I'm hoping, that, like, I'm leaning more towards, maybe if I'm positive with this person, it'll be a positive experience, but you pick up on energy, so you already know the energy is off, and it's really not saying yes. You're not getting the positive alerts. You're getting some negative alerts in there somewhere. So, but it's not all the way negative yet. So you kind of you trying to put your finger on it. Okay. So when it flipped, I'm like, okay. Now let me just fall all the way back, because I guess this person wanted me to just like starve for them to be like me, and I ain't that type person. I don't care. You want to fall back and not play Miss Nice'em, then I can give you the same energy, and I'm not gonna be rude or nasty, but I'm just gonna pull all my energy, and that way you don't get none of it. You just gonna get a stale person, right? So that's kind of how it was. It was like, okay, let me fall back. And the rest of the time this person was around me, they was rude. And it was like passive aggressive rude though. It wasn't openly rude because they didn't want everybody else around to peep it. But you got to remember, I pick up on energy. I don't go off of movements that people do and these fake facades that people put out there. I don't go off of that. I go off of energy, right? So I'm like, okay, I peep you, sis. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just chilling the rest of the time. Like, time's almost up. You about to be gone anyway. I ain't even finna give you no more of anything, okay? I done already been nice. So, and I don't even want to use nice because I got to tell y'all what nice mean in etymology. I just know it ain't no good thing. So let me look it up real quick. I ain't memorized all these, but I know I can recognize what words I said I wasn't going to say no more. Let me look this up real quick, y'all. I ain't going to forget. I'm finna finish the story. But hold up. Nice in etymology. Oh, y'all start looking up words in etymology too. I'm telling y'all, it will, like, those, it will change your life when you find out what most of these English words mean. They are so, like, deadly, like, I'm telling you. At first I was like, it don't matter, yes it do, because we've been saying a lot of this stuff all our whole lives, not knowing. We've been pretty much holding ourselves back. Nice means foolish, ignorant, frivolous, and senseless. Let me see if I can share my screen and pull it up for y'all. I'm finna get down to it because y'all about to see. I'm telling you, this is like nothing to play with. Hold up. Is it gonna let me share that one? Alright. Let me open the tab real quick. Y'all see I got that DuckDuckGo going. Cause I don't trust these Google searches and stuff like that. Alright. We need etymology. Where is it? Come on, etymology. I'm gonna show y'all what nice mean. This is why words actually matter, and you need to like really start doing research on what these English words and the real meaning of them are. You want to go back to the oldest, like the 1400s. You see this pre 1300 stuff like that. That's what you want to look at. This is the late 13, right, hundreds. It says foolish, ignorant. Y'all see this? I know y'all can see it, right? Y'all can see that, right? All right. Oh, where we at? Right here. Says foolish, ignorant, frivolous, and senseless, careless, clumsy, weak, poor, needy, simple, and stupid, silly, and foolish. That's what nice mean. We ain't using them words no more. So I have been very thank you, Sil, for the super chat. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Gratitude to you. But we gotta watch the words that we use, y'all. These words are powerful, and we basically calling ourselves silly and poor and simple and weak and all that when we say we being nice. Nah, I wasn't being nice. She was being nice. So let me reword. She was being nice, okay? I was being courteous, studious. That's what I was being. And I had to remove that energy because she didn't appreciate that energy. So, you know? And so, y'all, since this person had left my energy, left my space, all that stuff, do you know that they have been watching my social media, watching my stories, and then got the nerve. Now, prior to this, they was loving everything, hearting everything, the hug emojis, everything, in the stories and on the post, everything. Now, all of a sudden, you see them watching the stories, not sending no emotions, and you know I don't care nothing about that stuff. It's just the fact you watching, and you got them, and you know I know you watching, right? So I guess because I didn't get them no energy, ain't message, ain't said nothing since they left and all this stuff, they want to go and like a post on my page. Then go on one of my other pages the next week, like a post. So they want me to know that they bothered by me. Like, it's crazy. People are crazy. And to me, that's like some psycho type stuff. Like, I'm not even bothered by you. I'm not even thinking about you. Like, you don't make my life go around. Like, I didn't know you before, and I do know of you now, but it's neither here nor there. Like, I can live without you, like I did before. You know what I mean? Without knowing you. It's just, people are weird. They crazy. Yes, you gotta look up etymology. Etymology is, man, because did y'all see like how they said, I gotta show y'all the old lady too. But did y'all see how they said the north is south, the south is north, the east is west, the west is east? I'm not even surprised because look at how the weather is shifting now. Like, I know a lot of it is HAARP, but I also know like Mother is doing her thing. So HAARP is trying to like interject and intercept. So certain, so the sun ain't really giving off the plasma that it's giving off, because if y'all go and check, I'll have to upload it to my YouTube, but if y'all go and check, the sun been giving off nothing but plasma. It literally was a tornado happening on the sun. That lets me know that they messing with the weather, and like nature is like fighting back, right? Mother fighting back. When I say mother, I'm talking about Mother Nature, but Mother is fighting back. So yeah, it's crazy, y'all. I'm telling you. Like, but let me find this lady because I want y'all to hear what she had to say about this voodoo. Y'all, it's just crazy. It's like people are sick. They are literally sick. And you know what? 9 times out of 10, the people that they putting this voodoo on, the people that they throwing this negative energy to, or speaking this negative energy or negative words towards, or throwing this hate to, or envy to, or jealousy to, these people about minding their own business like me ain't thought 2 seconds about these people, going on with life, happily ever after, worried about what I need to do for me and my family, and then hear this person go, and you doing the same thing, and hear this person go off to the side somewhere, so bothered by your energy, so bothered by your success, so bothered by your looks, so bothered by what you got going on, your relationship, whatever, so bothered that they sit up there spewing hate towards you the whole time. Just whole life is just revolved around, let me see what she doing now. I can't stand her. Like, it gotta be shitty to live that way. I couldn't even imagine being worried about somebody that ain't worried about you. I could not imagine, y'all. I'm just gonna be real. And I had made a post on Facebook the other day, and one of the goddesses, she was real. She said I had to get deliverance from that because I used to be one of those people. She said I used to be one of those people that would be envious of other women, and I would be mad, and I would like throw hate their way. And I was like, I thank you for being honest about that, because I really honestly didn't know that there was, until I started, having women throw this stuff to me. I didn't even know that women actually care that much about other women. Because I really don't be like concerned about another woman's life. I just don't. And I just thought it was crazy. But she admitted it. She said yes. That she used to be like that, and she's delivered from that. She's glad she's delivered from that. She's like, that was a very miserable place to be in. Like that. Let me find it. Can't be too far, because I just posted it not too long ago. Now, if some of y'all on my Facebook, y'all probably seen this, but this is for people that's on my YouTube that don't have Facebook, that didn't see it. Nah, that ain't it. But it's a elderly woman, and I was so glad to hear that she told this. Now maybe it's in my reels. Yeah, people are psychotic. Like I'm not even saying that loosely. Like, it's some people out here that they whole like life is being like, they whole vessel just being like driven like a Corvette. I say it all the time. Like, they just letting the demons use them. Just letting the demons use them. They don't care. Now, I know I posted this. I post so much stuff, y'all. This is one of the elders, too. Alright, I'm gonna go to my other one. Sil, you still got your wine, girl? Did you pour it up? Y'all can't find it. That's crazy. And I know I posted it. I know I did. Y'all can't find it. I really want to. Yeah, we do have demons in the flesh. Yes, we do. I'm telling you, I've seen them. Y'all, I'm telling you, I have like this sixth sense. That's why I can't really talk to my family about it, because they just don't understand what I'm able to pick up on. And y'all, let me turn my light on because the sun's starting to go down. So I did this fast, right? And this is when I was vegan. And I did this fast, and no, I think I was pescatarian. I think I had just started back eating salmon or something. It was one of them. But I'm still looking too. So I did this fast, and I was just like talking about like how all these like demons and stuff like be in different vessels, you know, and it's certain energies, and really I have been given a word on that, so that's why I had started speaking about it. So I go outside to go, I think I was going to go get something to eat or something, and I always used to do live streams, you know, on Facebook, and walk and go like to the restaurant that was around the corner from my house. So I'm talking, and I'm literally seeing, like, I don't know how to describe it, like I could see their energy, the inner person, the inner being inside of them. So even though it looked like a regular person, it was like a flash of seeing them, and I saw the like demonic energy behind what I had initially saw. It was like a flash into it, right? So I was just like, what the hell? So then I started paying attention every time I would walk. Hey, Rashad. I started paying attention every time I would walk. So I'm like, let me start paying attention, and let me start picking up more on these people's auras and just energy, you know what I'm saying? Just as I'm walking by. That's when I started really tapping into like energies around me for protection, not trying to know nobody's inner thoughts or anything like that, but to protect myself, right? And sure enough, I kept seeing it. I'm like, this is crazy. Like I wasn't scared, but I was like, wow. It was like the higher power telling me like to let people know like that these vessels, and it started happening, and from what I've been told, it started happening more when they were opening these portals. They were opening a lot of these portals, like over the past 3 years, they've been opening up portals more and more every year. So as they're opening portals, what's happening is some people aren't protected spiritually. So when they're not protected spiritually, those entities and energies are able to come inside of them, like their vessel, and it takes over. So your family or whoever that's not protected or hasn't done anything to protect their inner being, their vessel, then they are able to be hijacked, is what I call it. But yeah, they're able to be hijacked, and they're able to be used for sure. And that is definitely going on right now. And I try to warn people as much as possible to watch the company you keep, watch the places, and be careful of the places that you go to, especially if you're still clubbing and things like that, because if you're putting yourself in harm's way, then it's like you're really asking for those things to happen to you. Because if you're getting this word from me right now, and instead of going within and being like, does this resonate with me, you're going to ignore it, whatever you feel about it or whatever, and you're going to still go do it, then that means that you're giving yourself permission to be entered, because you know now. So you can't act like you don't know. You know now. So you literally don't care. Oh, well, this could happen, but oh, well, it's more important for me to go kick it in the club. Or, oh, well, it's more important for me to go be around this certain person or do this certain thing. Like, we just got to be careful with the things that we do. The people that we allow in our homes, you know, the energy that we allow in our homes. I hate having to, I'm still trying to find this, y'all, but if I don't find it in the next couple minutes, then oh well, I'll just have to upload it as something else. Oh, it might be under my reels. I forgot. My content creating page is different. It might be under my reels and they just popped up. But you just gotta move differently. You know what I mean? You gotta move differently. Most definitely. Can't keep moving the same way, but you claiming that you trying to, you know, remove a lot of these things out of your life that are not for you. And sometimes, I mean, you gotta remove people. And I know that's the hardest thing for a lot of people to do, especially when I speak on Facebook a lot. And a lot of people are always like, yeah, I know what you're saying because I feel this way about my dad's girlfriend, or I feel this way about, my boyfriend, or I feel this way about my husband, or I feel this way about my wife. And it's like, you don't want to tell them, like, leave your situation, because I'm not here to tell nobody what to do about nothing that they got going on. I'm just a vessel to speak to people and to help them in any way that I can. But I can't force anybody to do anything, nor would I want to force anybody to do anything. But I definitely want to continuously be able to spread information and knowledge that is brought to me and that's downloaded into me, so that I'm able to help other people. So, I found it, y'all. I found it. Cool. Let me see if I can share my screen so y'all can watch it, because I'm still sharing my screen. I think I'm on Facebook on here. Let's see if I can. Should be on here. Should be loaded in here somewhere. Y'all, this crazy though. I literally need y'all to hear this lady. Like, I was like, what? And she's an elder too. I don't know, it's not popping up. What in the heck? Alright, I ain't gonna hold y'all up. Never mind. Because I don't want this to take up everybody's time, because it ain't popping up. Okay. So look, y'all. Let me bring it back.
I told her what to do, what she did. She did it. It worked. Can't do that to anybody. Anybody can do anything.
I'm finna turn on the Bluetooth so y'all can hear it louder. And this is one of the elders, y'all.
How did you know that it was witchcraft?
I told her what to do, what she did. She did it, and it worked. She didn't get to anybody. Anybody can do anything. We don't like it sometimes. We do that. We don't do that.
Oh, sorry.
The Christopher. Make your mind go off, or you don't know what to do. Separate the husband to the wife, separate the wife to the husband. If you're jealous. And what's that good for? Entourage, twist the flag, anything. Other people take sick with something, and they go to the doctor doesn't know what it is. He give you a shot and he work on it and he treat you. But you don't know what it is. You still have the same thing. You got to go to a two-headed person, a person can treat. I'll tell you what it is.
What's a two-headed person?
Well, like me, take one thing, if you can tell you one thing. That's a two-headed person. But I can't stand you for that. That's for me to keep for myself. I'm just taking part of it.
So basically, she was mixing. Let me see what she was mixing together. Let me see if I can tell what she was mixing together.
The Christopher. Making mind the wife, and you don't know what to do. You separate the husband to the wife, separate the wife to the husband.
She had white salt and alcohol, but I heard black salt and alcohol is what you use to for protection or to get rid of any type of negative anything. Like say you having issues with like animals dying around your home and things like that. That means that it's some type of evil entity that's surrounding your area or in your home and things like that. So alcohol and black salt is supposed to help in that situation, but she was using white salt, and I believe that was alcohol. That's what I heard of. So, but she said that it's important for protection and cleansing, because she said that there's people that have went to the hospital, they all of a sudden sick, took sick, and just didn't know what was going on. Like the doctor couldn't even tell what was going on. And she asked her, how do you know? And she said, because she's a two-headed person. And she said, what's a two-headed person? She said, well, that's really for me to know. But she was saying that, you know, I know what she was saying. You can actually see things outside of that one head. Like it's like you got two different heads. You got one that is clairvoyant and able to see like the spirit realm, and then there's one in the physical. That's what I'm assuming, because that's how I feel I am. I definitely see things in the spiritual, and then I see things in the physical, and the things I see in the spiritual is just as vivid as what I can see with me and you in this screen right now, in this telephone. She said, I could remember when I was a kid, I would feel uncomfortable and sense something unclean in people or places. The Holy Spirit would guide me to stay away. I would feel a knot in my stomach every time. I've had that feel. I was talking to my mom about this when I worked in I think I talked to y'all about this on here before, when I worked in the strip club. I at some point had this spiritual awakening, and this is when I started rocking crystals and stuff too, to work. Because I just felt like I needed like this extra protection. I really started rocking crystals maybe 2 years before I started working at that actual strip club as a bartender. But when I was working there, it was like after a while I had this awakening that happened to me. And I just no longer wanted to be there. Like all of a sudden I would be there for like 5 or 10 minutes and have to run in the bathroom and just bawl my eyes out crying. I had no idea why. I was just like, boo. And the manager's like, where's Drea? And then he's like coming and fussing at me and stuff, and I couldn't even calm myself down from crying, even if I thought about something like positive. Like I was just weeping. And so I finally cleaned myself up, and I remember I would be behind the register like trying to take these drink orders and stuff from people, and I would know when guys were like pedophiles or rapists. Like I would feel a rapist energy on them. And they wouldn't even do nothing. They would literally be like, come up and order their drink, and I all of a sudden feel it. And I'd be like, it's like I could kind of see a flash of them raping somebody. Or a flash of them molesting a child. Or something like that. And I felt that. I would feel a murderer. Somebody that was like shooting people and didn't have two thoughts about it. Like had no remorse. I would feel that. And I had to get out of that industry because I started being... my clairvoyance was more heightened, and I was so much more intuitive than I had ever been in my life, to the point I was like, I can't even be in here. Like I can't. So I, needless to say, quit. And everybody was like, you left all, I was making like 15 to $2 grand, maybe 2,500, some good nights, 3,000, and I only worked 3 days or 2 days. I was bringing in that kind of money weekly. And but it didn't matter to me, because that's how much I just didn't want to be in that realm once I started being able to feel all those different energies and entities and stuff. Syl said, what about random flies showing up in my home? You know what? I had that happen towards the end of me moving from St. Louis. And I was so... I'm gonna be honest, I was kind of paranoid about it because they were really big flies too. They were like not the normal small flies. A couple small flies would come in, but they were really big flies. And what alarmed me was because I stayed in a high-rise loft, like apartment building, right? So we had elevators that we took up and down. So, and I had been living there 2 years. I never experienced that before, but at some particular time I was experiencing that, and my home was like, I'm OCD. My home be spotless. Like when people come over, I'll be like, it's a mess. They be looking like, girl, where? That's because that's how I am. But it was like no food out. I always wash my dishes after, like in between me cooking and after everybody eat, stuff like that. So I'm just like, where is this coming from? I was like, no, I was vegan then. I wasn't eating meat at that time. There was no meat in my house. There was asparagus, there was fruit, and that's what I thought it was at first. I thought it was, this Rashad's comment, I thought it was because I was going to the farmer's market, got all my fruits, I would have my greens, I would have all that stuff. So I thought it was that, but it wasn't that. It wasn't that at all. Like, we eat meat in this house, and I have never had that experience ever again. So, but it was one time I was like, let me just kill one of these. And I'm one of them people, I don't like to kill no insects, no bugs. If I try to scoop it out or swish it out the door, and I had been doing it the whole time, just swishing them out. To this one particular time, I hit it because it was just going crazy, and it was a big one. And I'm like, and I kept feeling the energy that it was some type of AI technology. And you know, at the time, we had been worried about the AI. I smacked this thing so many times it would not die, and eventually I smacked it and it did not look like it was a regular fly. I'm gonna be honest. So I was like, was this an entity like trying to spy or something? Like, it was crazy. So I don't know, but thank goodness I ain't had that experience no more, because it made me feel some type of way. And you know what I end up doing? I end up saging my home and speaking over my home, and I ain't have no more issues. I end up, once I realized that it was probably something like that, I started walking through my home with the intentions of getting rid of any type of spy. Like, I started speaking that over my home, and I cleansed it, and I didn't have no more issues. She said, it's small flies. I rent a single family home. And I clean all the time. Don't know why they are coming, where they are coming from. I just moved here 4 months ago. So try saging. And try saging to a point where you're opening up all your cabinet doors, closets, and making sure you're speaking through it, through the, you know, and letting the smoke go through every single crevice and area of your home, opening up the windows and the doors so that you can let that out as you're speaking it and as it's smudging your home, and see if that works. Also, maybe some like palo incense or even sage incense, and burn those, you know, for a few days and stuff, and see if that works for you. You can also get like some citronella incense, and those are supposed to be natural repellents for insects anyway, so you might want to try those too. But that's crazy. You brought back some memories, girl. Tracy said, basically everyone in the sex work industry, especially men, have some unhealed trauma. A lot of these men do what was done to them. Exactly. And you know what I found out? Which I think I kind of knew this, but I found out that men that are driven like by their root chakra to the point where they're looking at porn, or they're constantly in strip clubs because they want to see, like, you know, women that's naked, or, you know, doing some sexual type of, just when they're in that sexual energy, or they're in that lustful energy, really, that when they're doing that a lot, and when they're seeing that a lot, they're making their sexual drive go higher and higher and higher, to the point, that's why a lot of these men are really lusting after other men, because it gets to a point where it doesn't matter. And then some of them get to a point where they like men and women, and start doing threesomes and quadruples and all that stuff, because the more they're feeding that root chakra, the more overpowered it is, and the more they don't have any type of control over how they're going to get their next high in that type of frequency with the root chakra, that type of energy. He said, when I said carnivore, I meant fast food. Too much of that, that's not good energy in your home. I don't like fast food in my home at all. And as a matter of fact, I don't like fast food. I'm just gonna be honest, because when people talking about like a lot of this meat and stuff being like humans, that's these burgers and stuff like that. And then y'all already know this chicken ain't chicken. Like I don't see why people still eating fast food at all. I'm just gonna be honest with you. I mean, it's one thing to, like, we really gotta start moderating and using our energy to decide any type of food, vegetable or fruit we pick. You literally gotta utilize your intuition and discernment when it comes to even how you feed yourself and what you pick to feed yourself. I'm gonna be honest, because there's been times I've been in the grocery store and I'd be even in the fruit and vegetable section, I'd be like, my spirit said no. Or I'd be in the meat section, heck no. You know, so you're gonna, if your intentions when you go in there is like, you know, spirit lead me to the right things for my body and my family and things like that, you're gonna get an alarm when it ain't right. I'm telling you, you ain't even gotta read the stuff no more. You can literally walk and just look and be like, doo-doo. You gonna know automatically. It's gonna be like alarms go off. And you gonna know when it ain't right for you. I'm telling you. You gonna know it's something what they call it? Geoengineered or whatever. Like bioengineered, I mean. You gonna be able to tell that. You just gonna know. You just gonna feel it. I'm just being honest, y'all. Y'all really gotta start. And even with the water, did a whole live about the water. Y'all really gotta be careful, cause they ain't playing fair. They just took all the gloves off. I was literally in Arizona. I had heard about the purple lights and stuff like that, and how it's connected to the Luciferian that's in the you know what. And I had never seen it. And so my mom, we were up really, really early in the rising because we had to be at the airport at 4 o'clock, right? Me and my grandbabies. And so she was like taking us there about 3:30. And so it was my first time like seeing these street lights for real. And so my grandbabies were like, and this is the crazy part about it. Now what make these babies, I'm talking about 6, 4, and 3, and I heard them ring out, "Oh, it's purple lights." Now, if lights are just lights and street lights are just street lights, it was the factor that the babies said, "Ooh, purple lights," and it made me look, because I had heard about purple lights being in connection with the you know what. It made me look, and I looked, and I'm like, and it was only in certain places. It was just like a few here, a few there, and then after a certain spot, we ain't see it no more. So I end up running across a video on TikTok where a guy literally explained that whole situation. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to upload it in the shorts, because I don't want my video being blocked. But I'm going to upload it in the shorts so y'all understand what I'm trying to say right now about them purple lights if you haven't heard about them. But they're definitely in connection with the you know what, Jabberwocky. Just letting y'all know it's going down. But y'all, I'm basically off of the topic that I was talking about, because y'all already know. If y'all missed it, you have to rewind it back. But listen. It's a lot of stuff been happening. There was a tornado that happened in Cali day before yesterday, down the street from my dad and my mom's place, which is in Rancho Cucamonga. It happened in Montebello, if y'all want to look it up. To the point my dad knew a storm was happening, but he didn't know, because he's not from nowhere where there's tornadoes happening, and it doesn't happen in California. Tornadoes don't happen in California. Tornadoes is the earthquake place. They used to that. Not no tornadoes. That is unheard of. Literally a tornado touchdown. Okay? It destroyed some stuff or whatever, and they are not talking about it on the news. I think you can Google it, and a couple of newspapers covered it, but that's about it. I find it ironic that they didn't cover this. I find it ironic that they're not talking about this astronomical weather that's happening in places that it don't normally happen in. And it makes me question, why are they hiding it? Why are they hiding it? Not to mention there was a derailment happened in California. Just want y'all to know that. That they also, Amtrak, that they're not talking about, happened literally the same day, well, earlier that day, and then the tornado touchdown. Yeah, I'm telling you, yeah, exactly. My dad he was right down the street from the tornado, and he said he saw the clouds really, really low, and he knew it was a huge storm that he had never experienced before in Cali, but he had not heard of the tornado. We got off the phone, he called me right back like, it happened right down the street. Like, that's down the street and around the corner from us. I wonder why they not covering it. I said, exactly. Then, a Southwest flight leaving Las Vegas. All this happened within a couple days. Oh, I gotta get to the children too. A Southwest flight leaving Las Vegas, the pilot became incapacitated while he was in flight to take off. To the point they had to find another pilot that just happened work for a whole nother airline, happened to be on that plane, and he was able to jump in place of that pilot to reroute that flight. Then 3 children in California literally found deleted in their beds in 3 different areas of Arizona, Phoenix. All babies, toddlers, just gone. And they are not even saying what was the cause of it. So I'm just saying, y'all, be very vigilant. Protect your energies, protect your space, protect your realm. Make sure you're watching who's around you, who's in your realm. Make sure you're speaking positive energy even over your home, because you may be in one of these places where this traumatic weather happens or whatever, and you are divinely protected as long as you continuously make sure that you are in a divine and in divinity, if that makes sense. Okay, you want to do that, especially right now, because mother ain't playing. They definitely ain't playing with this heart machine. They playing a heart machine like a fiddle right now, or I'm sorry, like a guitar. Okay, like a guitar. They ain't playing no games. So just be vigilant. The biggest thing I can tell y'all, how I be knowing a lot of stuff and I never hear them talk about on the news, is Twitter. Twitter is now open and it's not controlled by controlled narrative, you know, so it's pretty much an open forum now. So if you have a Twitter account, I have a Twitter account not to tweet, but just to get the alerts on what's actually happening around the world that news isn't censoring, because news is censoring all of these things. You ain't hear about these children on the news, for real. You heard about it in local news, but this is something you should be hearing worldwide. So just stay very vigilant. It was great always. It's always great to like be able to, you know, vibe with y'all and, you know, just be on this frequency, because I always like to share things that I know with other people that are like-minded and other people that actually do care and actually do give a damn with what's going on in the world, actually do care about other beings that are in the same situations or could be in the same situation. So I keep coming on here to talk about these things, because not because it's popular or not because it's probably going to catch everybody's attention and views and all that stuff. I do it because I really am here to try to help people. I really am here to try to get people to think on other perspectives and to actually see the real of what's actually happening in life. Not this reality TV crap, because it's a lot of that out there. If you want that, it's everywhere. Every time you look up, that's what it is. It's the fake stuff being passed off as real. And so I want to still be the person that in the channel that people can come to whenever they want to hear the real, whenever they want to see the real, when we're going to talk about real topics and real life things that actually happen every day on an everyday basis, and things that we come across, or things that we feel, or things that we experience. I want to be able to do that here, and so I'm going to continue to keep doing that. If the channel grows, it grows. If it don't, it don't. You know, but I know that I'm here for a purpose. And so as long as my purpose is being fulfilled for what I came here to do and what I've been put on this planet to do, that's all that mattered to me, y'all. That's really all that mattered. Of course, it's an added bonus, but you know, I'm always taking care of the universe always takes care of me. The Most High always looked after me, you know, and I'm divinely protected and highly ranked in the spiritual realm, so I don't need or want for nothing, because I'm always looked after, and that's because I look after other people and I make sure that I'm spreading what needs to be spread and not what don't need to be spread. Because we got babies that's coming up, y'all, and we're influencers, and we need to be influencers over with the right type of information, the right energy, the right examples. You know what I mean? Not keep spreading this negativity, this low frequency, low vibrational stuff. Like, we need healing across the planet. We need healing. And so the only way to do that is for us to be able to have these conversations, sit here and learn how to protect ourselves and learn how to spread the right stuff to the right people and learn how to make people vigilant of their actions. Because sometimes some of these people that's doing this stuff we were talking about today as far as energy, being an energy vampire, maybe somebody might come on here and see this and be like, actually, I do that, and I didn't know that this is how it was coming across. You know what I mean? Like, they may be able to have been healed from that. They may have been able to change their whole way of moving because now they know. Maybe they weren't realizing, or maybe it hadn't even registered to them that their actions were hurting other people. So I always hope to come on here to bring different perspectives, and I also want y'all to start coming on here. You don't have to show your face or nothing, but coming on here, giving your experiences. If it's a topic I'm talking about, or if it's a topic y'all want me to talk about, drop it in the comments. Let's talk about it. You can come on. Everything. Speak your piece. I am not that type of person. It is not just the Drea show. It's called Drea Talk because I love to talk and I've always been told I was a talker. But not only that, this throat chakra is supposed to be used for a reason. But I want y'all to be able to come on to and share your experiences, or if it's something you want me to talk about or touch on, by all means, drop it in the comments. If you want to come on and talk about it too with me, hey, we can do that, all right? She says, Sil said, energy vampires are people who need to feed off of other people's work. They planted bad seeds. Definitely. I'm not saying be around those people. Definitely. Please cleanse yourself of that type of energy. You know, those people have to heal themselves, heal thyself. So you got to do what's best for you. At the end of the day, we got to quit being capped to save us, and we got to learn how to save ourselves because we can't save other people too. So part of it is our fault for, you know, picking up on the energy and still giving, because they can't take what we don't give. So on our aspect of things, we could be more cautious about the energy that we give to certain people and the amount of energy that we give to certain people. And I'm speaking to myself. I'm preaching to the choir right now. So, but hopefully next time we get back on this live stream, we done all got some good testimonies of where we're in a place where we don't do that no more. But until next time, y'all, peace. Thank y'all for joining me. I really appreciate it. Till next time.